losing your mind. Hormones up and down. You ain't supposed to be crying this week. This is the week you're supposed to be normal.
What the hell? What the helly? What the helly? What the helly?
To sum it up, if you're over 40, if you wake up in the morning and something is wrong, it's probably the result of perimenopause.
So let's jump into the symptoms first, and then later on in the video, we'll discuss, or I'll show you some videos about the natural remedies that I found.
Y'all listen to all these symptoms for perimenopause. You got irregular periods, hot flashes and night sweats, vaginal dryness, weight gain, joint pain, muscle aches, skin changes, mood swings, difficulty concentrating, and memory problems, reduced libido. Make it make sense. And when I wake up in the middle of the night and my ears be itching, that shit's so stupid. Why is my ears itching? Tell me that's a symptom. Itchy ears and creepy crawling stuff on your skin. What that got to do with the reproductive system? How do you want us to do all this? And then my husband be like, you going crazy. I am going crazy. Give me some options. We shouldn't have to do all this at one time. Why do I have to have achy bones? Women, we do a lot. And a lot of times about the age that you go through perimenopause, you got some teenagers or some young adults. Being a woman is hard. And the men be up there looking like, well, what's wrong with her? Think about it.
Can you relate? I can relate. Like I said, my other half be like, what's wrong with you? And I'm looking at him like, what's wrong with you? You're the problem. Knowing good and well I'm the problem. Knowing good and well I'm the problem. And she mentioned having young teenagers or young adults. I got little ones. I have a 7-year-old and an 8-year-old. That's all I could say. I'll be going through it. But yeah, I can truly, truly, truly relate. If you can relate, put it down in the comments. Okay, I'm back. I told you I would do a part 2. I'll probably also do a part 3. And the part 3, I think I want to have like a male perspective. So I'll probably take a look at some videos as far as men are concerned and perimenopause and menopause and how they feel their other half is doing or how it impacts their relationships based on their point of view. We got to get the man's point of view too, right? So if you missed part 1, go back to part 1. Part 1 is titled Ladies Under 30. See? Memory. And I have a great memory. This is the thing. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it here. We're going to solve everything. I'm going to put it right here. Ladies under 30. Watch this. Something like that. But let's get right into it. Like I said before in the first video, I have been experiencing some symptoms. Not a lot so far. So praise God for that. But I wanted to do a little bit of research and I wanted to share it with you as well because I know my ladies are going through it. And if you haven't gone through it yet, you're going to go through it. So let's take a look at the symptoms and the natural remedies. I'm a natural remedies mama. I will take medicine when necessary. And I understand with menopause, perimenopause, and things like that, there is HRT, hormone replacement therapy as well, that you can look into and speak to your doctor about. I'm not a physician. I'm not a medical professional. I'm a lay person, and I'm learning about things that our bodies are going through. So I just wanted to share it with you. So let's dive right in. And of course, you know, I got to add some laughter in there, you know, add some what they call some levity to the situation. But just take a look at these videos and then we can discuss towards the end. I'll probably jump in here and say something. You know me by now. If you watch some of my videos, you know I'm going to jump in and say something. But for the most part, we'll watch it together.
What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly? What the helly on? What the helly berry? What the helly virgin? What the helly bronze? What the helly tyrant? What the helly tyrant? What the helly tyrant?
All the symptoms wrapped up in one short snippet. That was everything. Living with Miss Perry in the crew. Ooh, no words. All you gotta do is just do all of this. This is exactly what you're going through. Everything that she just showed you, that's how you feel. A bunch of confusion. And I hate confusion. So if we take a look at the list, we see at the top, hot flashes. We always hear about that. The night sweats, vaginal dryness, changes in libido, fatigue, trouble sleeping, weight gain, irregular periods, mood swings, anxious feelings, memory issues like I just had, trying to figure out what the name of my video is, brain fog, feeling mentally unclear or forgetful. Those memory issues and brain fog go together, right? So as we talk about the symptoms, I'm just going to share a few videos. Take a look at this one.
So these are some of the symptoms and some of the things that women have shared with me that they are dealing with now that they're at perimenopause or menopause. Okay, let's get into it. Racing heartbeat. Your heart is pounding out your chest. I said that. Anytime your children call, anytime a relative call, a family member call, the first thing you say is, what's wrong? You are always on heightened alert. Like you are always just thinking about the worst case scenario. Your anxiety is high. You have insomnia. You can't sleep. You're up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You wake up at the same time every single night. Some of y'all wake up because your bed sheets are freaking soaking wet. You feel sticky. You feel disgusting. You got to get up. You got to take a shower. You got to change your sheets and all of that because you're sweating. You're sweating like a dog. You're irritated. You can't keep a thought in your head. You literally know the words that you want to say and they don't come out right. I said this before. You calling everybody the wrong name, especially your children. If you have multiple kids, you are getting their names mixed up. That part. You hate your body. You hate the way your body look. You hate the way your body feel. You just hate your body. Sometimes you literally hate yourself. It's a lot going on. Some of us have become antisocial. We used to like to go out. We used to like to have a good time. We don't like to do that anymore. We're reclusive. We in our houses. We don't want to be bothered. Some of y'all have picked up gardening. Now you're looking for peace.
She talked about being reclusive. You end up being isolated. This is something that a lot of us experience. So wanting to be alone, I find myself wanting to be alone a lot because I don't have the option of being alone. Not in here with the 7 and 8-year-old, and then my other half is in here. I have to try to escape and find some time for myself. But when you're in that isolation mode, you just don't want to be bothered. You don't want to be bothered, and you really don't care. Don't care about anything. So I can understand how one can get that way.
It's one thing that a good spiritual friend of mine said, and I'm going to tag her. She said to me, Stacy, the coping mechanisms that you have used to get you to your 40s will no longer serve you. And she told me that 5 years ago. And she is absolutely correct. Like I said before, we do not bounce back from stress well at all. We get some bad news or we get a bad report or something bad happens, bitch, we're in the bed for 3 to 5 business days. That brain fog is real. You feel like you got ADHD. You cannot keep still. You're scrolling through your phone. Your heart, like I said, is beat out of your chest. Your skin dry. Your ear itching. Your ears are itching. You gotta lock your musty, like I said. You stink.
The smells, the body odor changes. Wow. Just wow. It might not happen to everybody, but if it does happen, you got to figure out how to fix it. Because don't nobody want to be around somebody smelling funky at all.
It's a lot going on. And we are at a season in our life where, like I said, they say reduce stress. I want women to know that you're not by yourself. There are hundreds of thousands of women, millions probably, that's going through the same thing that you're going through. So do not feel like you by yourself. Bitch, we in this together. We are locked in. Some of us are in therapy. Because some of us feel like we're losing our damn mind. Some of us literally feel like we have a mental health issue. That's how bad and terrible menopause make you feel. So I just want you to know that y'all have a community. We're all in this together.
We are all in this together, as she said. And feel free to take a look at the first video. There's some comments there as well, so you can join in the conversation there and the discussion. But yes, we are all in this together. And like she said, if you do need assistance, find a therapist. I am an advocate for therapy. If you need to speak to somebody and get your emotions out outside of your family members where you're probably lashing out on them. But if you have a good group of girlfriends, y'all can talk about it together. You can talk about it on this video below. And therapy is really, really good. If it's something that you need to work through, you feel those emotions being heightened, there's things that you just don't understand, it's always good to discuss them with somebody else. So I'm an advocate for therapy, and you should try it out if you haven't. And if you have, put it down in the comments. Say there's reasons that I'm going to therapy, and this is even helping me throughout perimenopause. Now, there are some additional changes that we go through and that you might start to notice during perimenopause and menopause. So I'll go over those here, and you can read them here on the screen too. Hair thinning, brittle nails, skin changes. And I can attest to the skin changes because I did notice that there are a few more dark spots, like right, let me see, I think right here. Yeah, right here and right here. I got a couple dark spots. Joint pain. After I had my last 2 kids, I had some pain in my feet. And they said that because of my arches or fallen arches or something like that has happened. But when I tell you my feet hurt all the time, joint pain, I can attest to that one too. Bone density loss, headaches, bladder issues, bloating, digestive issues, muscle pain, and long-term back pain. None of this is fun. So I want to go and try to see if we can find some natural remedies, supplements, vitamins, food that can help us, with these symptoms and try to relieve a bit of them. Now, I love a good laugh. So I had to add a little bit of laughter to the situation. Perimenopause, I have you waking up in the middle of the night. You thought you was getting some good sleep. Then it says, get up, get up, get up, get up. Woo! This ain't no joke, like I said before. Is that the title? Women, let me not even think about it. Go back to my previous video. Ladies under 30. This ain't no joke.
Hey y'all, I'm Dr. Ken. So I did a video where I was talking about the things that you may not know are associated with menopause and perimenopause. And this comment says skin itching out of nowhere. So in addition to the brain fog, the abnormal body odor, what else did I tell y'all? The voice change, the dryness of your throat and voice change. Yes, there's other symptoms, palpitations, anxiety, depression. If you have anxiety or depression, you notice it may be getting worse. Dry skin, brittle nails, itchy skin, or even feeling like, I'm gonna get to that one later. Insomnia, you're not sleeping well. What else? Gum disease. Gum disease is a part of menopause and perimenopause. Clumsiness, joint pain. A lot of people have problems with their joints. They'll have hip pain. They'll have shoulder pain, breast tenderness, breast pain. Neurological symptoms like shocking pains or tingling and numbness. Actually feeling like something is crawling underneath your skin. That is a symptom of perimenopause and menopause. Migraines. Having menstrual migraines, but having them more frequently when you're going through perimenopause, that is a thing, y'all. So those are some other symptoms. Let me think. Am I missing anything, y'all? Hair loss, thinning of your hair, problems with your sleep, having night sweats, and those are the night sweats are common when it comes to perimenopause. Those are things that we know about with perimenopause and menopause, having night sweats, hot flashes, mood changes. But this was about hearing those symptoms that you had no idea that were related to perimenopause and menopause. So that brain fog, that dryness of your throat where you're losing your voice or your voice is changing, and that crazy body odor, like what the heck is going on? You're showering constantly, you don't know what's going on. Now you got gum disease, you've been a flosser, you've always had no issues with your teeth, but now you're having issues with your gums. That is a sign of perimenopause and menopause. Those are things that come along with those changes in your hormones.
I didn't know anything about gum disease. Now, I do understand as we get older, like our calcium gets a little bit lower, so that might mess with your teeth and getting cavities and things like that. I did talk to my dentist about that, but I didn't hear about the gum disease. That's interesting. I'm glad she shared some of those symptoms because some of the ones that she talked about, I knew nothing about. I'm going to insert a slide here with a list of symptoms that we don't hear about as often as we hear about hot flashes and night sweats. And we can just go over that list and talk about them in the comments. You know, I love a good comment talk. I try to respond to all my comments as much as possible. If not, just know I see them. I will heart them if I can't respond at that point in time, but I see your comment. And I love that we're having this discussion here. What are some symptoms that I may not have heard of? That's what I wanted to share. The allergies, tingling limbs, burning tongue or mouth, breast tenderness, changes in body odor. And I think I said this in the first video. One of my little ones were standing next to me and I was like, what is that smell? Did you take a shower? Did you do that? I'm asking him all the questions and I happen to go, oh my God. Like that meme. Oh my God. Life is not. Anyway, I was just like, this can't. It is me. Straight to the shower. So that body odor, heart palpitations, muscle mass reduction, and electric shocks. And my friend used to tell me, she was like, Michelle, I have this shooting pain. And I'm like, oh no, I couldn't relate. But again, everybody's body is different. We're all not going to experience the same symptoms. And sometimes we might have a friend or two that we have and they say, you know what, the same thing is happening to me. So we all can relate. And I'm sure a lot of ladies, if you are watching this, put down in the comments what symptoms you have had. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody else who can relate to you as well. So feel free to comment about the symptoms that you've experienced and maybe even how you have relieved yourself of those symptoms if you have. And if not, we'll go over some symptom relievers in just a minute. There's a comedian that I watch on Instagram. His name is Kev on Stage. Well, his wife has a video where she talks about her experience with perimenopause. So let's take a look at this.
To sum it up, if you're over 40, if you wake up in the morning and something is wrong, it's probably the result of perimenopause. The night sweats, that's what we need to be talking about. Because at this point, I gotta be running a marathon in my dreams. Pajamas, soaked. Bed, soaked. Mattress, soaked. Everything, soaked. These very contemplative, depressive, sad thinking states that I get in. And it's this overwhelming feeling that you can't get from under. It just weighs you down all day. And can we talk about the lack of motivation? Where does it go? Because I don't want to do anything. I don't know who I am because I've never been that girl. I've never been that person. And so suddenly not wanting to do anything has me in like an identity crisis. I am tired. I know I'm tired. Why can't I go to sleep? Sleep has divorced me as a person it has once known. I'm just somebody that you used to know somebody. In what world does it make sense to be 41, almost 42 years old, and I'm still having breakouts? I am, eggs are too doggone expensive, old. I am, are the feds going to cut interest rates because I want to buy another house, old. Is 41 old? No, but I'm old enough. Okay? Let's be clear. I'm old enough to no longer. You know what brain fog is? The other day, I was trying to remember the word. Oh, I don't even remember what it was, girl, but that's brain fog. This whole example is an example of brain fog. And I haven't even gotten into the mood swings. My mood swings are so bad that I'm on my own nerves. As women, we already go through so much. And to enter this phase of life and have perimenopause hit, and this can last up to 10 years, a whole decade, I don't have it in me.
Yes, and when she said when you go into a phase of like sadness and upset, I think ever since my dad passed, like all I got to do is think about him and like childhood things or even him passing. And I get into this mood of sadness, start crying. And of course, I'm still grieving. It's only been 3 years. Don't let the brain fog set in. I believe it's been 3 years now since he has passed. So it's relatively, recent. And so I can get into that funk. It could be a song that I hear that reminds me of him because he loved to sing. I love to sing. So once I get there, I just have to kind of like get myself out of it and start thinking happy thoughts. But I can understand just being in a depressive mood, being sad or whatever it might be and being stuck there. I've been there. Have you been in like a depressed mood or just feeling sad and just can't figure out a way to get out of it? Sometimes you just need to go to sleep. I love a good nap. I love some sleep. And another thing is sleepless nights with this menopause, perimenopause. But I get it. Like the mood swings, the feelings of sadness, the feelings of depression. Have you been there yet? Let me know in the comments. Let me know that you can relate to these situations that we're going through. And if we take a look at this diagram, it starts from head to toe. Issues, head to toe. So just take a look at that. And when I look at it, I don't want to look at it. But it's the reality that we are going through these things. And when I see this hair, skin, and nails one day I woke up and I was like, I know I do not feel a hair on my chinny chin chin. I can't be getting no beard, no goatee. I find myself in the mirror like this. Where's the tweezers? Because I got to get it. I can't have it. So a lot of these things I go through. How about you? You find anything that you go through on this list? Oh, headaches, the top one. I'm not a headache person. I normally don't get headaches, but I have like woken up in the morning and was like, what is throbbing? Like, I don't know if it's my sinuses or what have you, but it's a very light headache. It's not really pounding, but that's something that I have been experiencing as well. So I'm not sure if it's associated with this or any other type of stress that I'm going through on a normal basis, but headaches is up there. Like I said, night sweats, that's up there for me as well. The weight changes, I'm trying to lose some weight, so I'm changing my diet. So those are some things that I'm also going through. But yeah, take a look at that list. You can take a screenshot. If there's something if you're going to your doctor, next time you have something to reference, just take a screenshot of this and say, circle some things that you're going through. That way you have it at the top of mind on your next visit. So that's something that you can do here too. Let me take myself out of the screen. Let me move over and you can take a good screenshot of it. So this video here, she talks about perimenopause symptoms, but she also talks about treatment options. So let's just take a look and see what she's talking about.
Perimenopause, what it is, what the symptoms are, and how it can be treated. If you're over 40 and beautifully seasoned like me, you're probably already experiencing some of these symptoms. Perimenopause is the period before menopause where the female body begins producing less estrogen. Estrogen is the primary hormone that regulates our menstrual cycle. As a result of this hormonal shift, we start experiencing all kinds of symptoms. The first is irregular periods. They may even become heavier at times during perimenopause. Hot flashes and night sweats. Right now, the night sweats are doing me in. Because our estrogen levels are lower, we may start to experience vaginal dryness, itching, or even discomfort during penetrative sex, so use a lubricant. You may also notice changes in your mood, such as mood swings, irritability, or even anxiety. Sleep disturbances, such as difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. And the last symptom is a reduced sex drive. So you're wondering what you can do about it. How can you manage these symptoms so you can continue living your best and most fabulous life? A very common way to manage the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause is hormone therapy. This is the use of medications to help balance the fluctuations in hormone levels. Medication not your thing? Try using some stress management techniques such as yoga and meditation to reduce stress levels, which will help with the mood swings. Additionally, try incorporating some sort of body movement, whether it be exercise, dancing, swimming, into your daily routine, as well as eat a balanced diet. You may also want to create some sort of sleep ritual, which allows you to lull yourself into a sleep. Fans, air conditioning, and thin sheets can also help with the night sweats. And for the reduced sex drive, longer periods of foreplay is always going to be a winner.
See, that was good. So she offered the information about HRT, but she also offered exercise as a way of getting that body moving and get the body to start to heal itself and start to just feel a little bit better. I think exercising always helps with, what do they call those things? Like
a few moments later.
Endorphins. I think that's it. But anything that can help your body just start to move and get those muscles and bones and everything moving is going to help you. Exercise is a great way to relieve stress. And as she stated, you know, going through this time is very stressful on the body, mentally and physically. And so getting out there and having some type of exercise is preferred. Just doing a couple of walks around the block. If you do have a gym membership, feel free to go to the gym. Just find a way to do some exercises. I like to look online and on demand on the TV. They have like an exercise channel where you can just follow along for free. Because you know I love some free. But yeah, exercise is probably another good way to help relieve some of these perimenopausal symptoms. And again, she mentioned HRT or taking hormones as a way to, you know, calm those symptoms, to help you feel a little bit better. So HRT is something that another one of the creators here brought up as well. But I'm also going to just focus and stay on natural remedies and different ways to relieve your symptoms by diet, exercise, supplements, vitamins, and things like that, herbs. So we'll continue on with the discussion here, but I just wanted to put that in here. It doesn't matter who you are going to go through perimenopause and menopause. Let's see what's next. So there's always some type of natural remedy out there to assist in different things, right? Some vitamins that can help you, some supplements that can help you, foods that you intake that can help you with symptoms. And so I just wanted to also share this video as well.
Do that perimenopause got you sweating just a little extra heavy? Your ears is itching, your whole body's itching. Just feel like little bugs are just crawling on you. You're losing your mind. You're losing your mind. Hormones up and down. You ain't supposed to be crying this week. This is the week you're supposed to be normal. But now you want to cry. You want to cry about everything. You even missing babies. You're craving babies. You want to have another baby? It's the perimenopause. I'm going to help y'all out real quick, okay? Genesis the Herbalist. This is what you need to go ahead and get. 1, magnesium. You don't got to do the chews. Do what you want. But get you some magnesium. 1, it's going to help regulate that. You going to go to the bathroom in the morning nice and good. And it's going to help you sleep. It's going to help with that anxiety. And that calm. It's going to bring you that calm feeling. Now, y'all know I stay with some ashwagandha. Excuse my nails because I've been digging in dirt. I am an herbalist and I do have to get my nails done, okay? Get you some ashwagandha. I always run out because I always have it. And I can't live without it. Iron. Stop getting dizzy when you bend down and stand up, okay? Honey. Now, this one right here is really hard to find. Very hard to find. Evening primrose oil. Kind of hard to find because it also does some other stuff. Some other stuff they don't want to put on the shelf for. But I got a good person. Anyway, you're going to rub this on your belly like you do that castor oil. You're going to rub it on your belly. It's going to help balance your hormones. You also want to try some, do I want to say burdock root? black cohosh. It's going to help balance your hormones too. And dandelion root is going to help get the excess hormones that are lingering. Okay, I'm going to get it up out of your liver. Okay, you want to do that because it holds hormones, and fat holds, you know, it stores hormones. So it stops your body's process of detoxifying it the way that it needs to be detoxified. So you want to make sure you're doing that. But you don't want to, if you're taking a diuretic, because the dandelion root will do that. So you're going to pee out a lot of nutrients. So you want to take your vitamins and stuff and replace them. Okay. What else do I have for y'all? Oh, maca root. Maca root is really good at balancing your hormones. Now, I didn't get maca root because I have that at home. And I'm going to make me a tincture. I had to go get me another bottle. I'm going to make me a glycerin tincture with my maca root powder that I have. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 1 to 3. That's the ratio. Okay. So 1/3 of maca root, and the other stuff is the glycerin. All natural vegetable glycerin. Okay. I think I got y'all all for that right there. For now, that's what I got you. But this oil's good, and that itchy skin is going to help a little bit with that too. You can put a little bit of, put a little peppermint, help alleviate that itchy skin. And get you some sleep. Get some sleep. Y'all keep sleeping. Sleep. You need to sleep. You know your body heals itself while you're asleep. But when you got insomnia, guess what's not happening? Your body's not doing what it needs to do because you're not going to sleep. I'm just saying. That magnesium's going to help with that. I'll see y'all later. Happy perimenopausal. Perimenopausing. Make it better. Oh, change up your diet. Yes. We can't eat hot dogs and wonder why we're extra sweating. These hormones is going to kick your ass. You got to give it some help and not kick your ass.
So she talked about sleep, and I love some sleep. Sleep is the point where your body is healing itself. It's rejuvenating itself from a long day of stress. Get your sleep. Change your diet. Now, Genesis talked about some herbs because she's an herbalist. I want to just put some pictures here, and you can snapshot them and do some research on those as well. So I'm going to put some pictures of some herbs that were also suggested on an Instagram post that I ran across. So I'm going to add those here, and you can take a look at them. Here you go. Here you go. You know what? Let me say this. I saw a video from a doctor who talked about the diet. Now, let me bring that one up. I'm going to bring that one up right now. Let's take a look at that. 1 second. Here we go.
The number one thing I need you to know about perimenopause is that your hormones are taking a nosedive. And when those hormones go from up here to down here, most people experience a lot of symptoms. Those symptoms can be hot flashes or night sweats or irritability or mood swings or dryness or just not feeling like yourself. Guess what we can do for it? I've worked with so many women who are perimenopause, who are in their 40s, who are like, I'm really hot, I'm really angry, I don't feel good, I don't feel like myself, I have no energy. And you know what we do? We work on their liver metabolism to help their body process all those hormones and the fluctuation of them. And within weeks, they're like, I have more energy. I feel like myself again. I'm not sweating through the night. I am not drenched in sweat. I'm not turning the AC down to 60 and freezing out my entire family anymore. It works. We just have to address what your body is asking for. When we can address your liver metabolism, we start to notice a huge shift in these symptoms.
If you noticed on the screen, she was saying Pitta Foods, right? To avoid certain Pitta Foods. So I had to figure out, what does she mean by that? Watch this.
If you get symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, you feel irritable, you feel angry, you're in perimenopause, the foods that you want to avoid are Pitta foods. In Ayurveda, Pitta foods are the ones that are stimulating that fire. If you already have a lot of fire, you're going to be hotter, sweatier, irritable, quick to anger. So the more we can avoid those type of foods, the better we're going to. There's a lot of foods on that list, and the common ones that you're going to probably be eating every day that you want to avoid are things like tomatoes or citrus, anything acidic, anything sour, anything spicy, so spicy foods, anything anything that's heating, things like ginger, those are going to be too pitta for you. So you want to favor things that are going to be cooling, things like watermelon, celery, apples, coconut, those kind of things that are really cooling and not too heating.
Okay, so I'm going to insert a list of the Pitta Foods that she mentioned here. And I hope avocado is on the list of things I can eat because I love avocado. So let's cross our fingers. Avocado better be on this list. And like the previous person said, avocado was good for you. So it better be good for me on this Pitta list too. But yeah, so hopefully that's helpful for you as well. What foods to avoid. I know they say spicy foods are not good anyway for indigestion and things like that. So I love spicy foods though. What am I on? Okay, everything in moderation. I gotta get a pass on some spice. I like jerk chicken. I like things that are like really spicy sometimes. Hot chips, hot potato chips. It's not all the time. It's in moderation. I'm a fruity, so I love to eat fruits all day, every day. Pineapples. Oh, hold on. Let's see if that's on the list. It's on the list of things to avoid because they are acidic. But I do love grapes and things like that, so I should be good. I should be good. Hopefully mango's not on that list. But anyway, I'm going to share that, and you can take a look at that on the screen. And feel free to take a screenshot too, so that way you can have it. So I'll just slowly scroll up here so you can take a screenshot if you need to. So we see here foods to avoid and foods that that previous doctor would prefer. So again, these are just suggestions. You don't have to go by it, but I just wanted to share that with you. Now, Dr. Ken, who you saw a little bit earlier, said that she had a video about some natural treatments. So I told you we were going to discuss natural remedies and natural treatments out there. So let's take a look at this video.
Hey y'all, it's Dr. Ken. Let's talk perimenopause and menopause. So I want to give you some natural ways to treat it instead of just going straight to HRT. So we're going to start with diet and then we're going to go to supplements. So diet, you can add things like cruciferous vegetables. That's kale, cabbage, broccoli. Those things are going to help to balance your estrogen and decrease those menopausal symptoms. Number 2, fiber. Fiber is going to help with your heart health. It's going to help with digestive health, and it also balances your estrogen. So if you're perimenopausal, it would help with those symptoms. Omega-3s. Omega-3 is going to facilitate hormone production, and it's going to help with menopausal symptoms. It's going to decrease your risk of osteoporosis, heart problems, depression. It also aids in blood flow. So it's going to decrease that vaginal dryness that you may be suffering with, and it's going to increase your sex drive. Phytoestrogen. So that's going to be your fermented soy and flax. You can put the flax seed and things like that in your food. That is going to help with your hot flashes, the bone loss when you take it with vitamin D, and that vaginal dryness. Then there's avocados, that really good healthy fat that is amazing. It's high in vitamin B6, it's high in those healthy fats, and it's high in potassium, which is going to enhance vaginal lubrication, increasing your sex drive, and it's going to strengthen that vaginal walls. And so when you're menopausal, you lose that tone, and the avocados can help to increase the strength of your vaginal walls. Now here's supplements. First supplement is omega-3 fish oil. I just mentioned what omega-3 does. Second is going to be maca root. Maca root is great for fertility, but when it comes to menopause, it's going to help with hot flashes. It's going to improve your mood and your energy levels. Then there's ginseng and dong quai. Dong quai is female ginseng. So that's going to help with your hot flashes, mood swings, and night sweats. Then you have black cohosh. Black cohosh is one of the most common herbs that are used for menopausal symptoms. That is going to help with hot flashes, and it reduces those sleep disturbances. And by doing that, now you're going to have improved mood. You're going to have better weight loss if you're struggling with weight loss, and increase energy levels. Then there's Vitex or chasteberry, taken along with dong quai and the black cohosh. That's going to relieve those same symptoms of the hot flashes and the sleep problems. And then there's red clover. Red clover is a really, really good one because it mimics estrogen. So it's going to decrease those menopausal symptoms, those hot flashes, the night sweats, the trouble sleeping, the weight gain, even the osteoporosis and the cardiovascular risks are going to decrease when you take red clover. Lastly, for mood, it's going to be St. John's wort that will help to elevate your mood and help with those mood swings. In addition to those things, you can do exercise. Exercise is going to help with the weight loss, help with your sleep disturbances, help with your mood. You can avoid alcohol and spicy foods to try to prevent those hot flashes as well. So that's it for perimenopause and menopause.
That was good. And she mentioned again, exercise. We got to get out there and move our bodies. Move your body, move your body, move your body. So yeah, I like that. And again, this is not to replace your doctor's advice or anything like that. I just want to bring some awareness and some natural remedies to you all. And you can go from there. Do your own research and then make a decision whether or not these are some things that you want to incorporate into your diet as well. So one of the foods that was mentioned on the Pitta list, and I was also watching a video, I'm going to insert that one too. But one of the things that was mentioned was pumpkin seed oil or pumpkin seeds. And it's so funny because my mom had me going to Trader Joe's or Aldi, one of the stores. They had a bag of pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds. And they had low salt and no salt. So I got her those. Now I'm thinking, was she trying to get the benefits for perimenopause and menopause when she was telling me to go get her some pumpkin seeds? And I got some right here, but mine are salty. The David's, you see it? David's pumpkin seeds. The salty ones. I need to make sure that next time when I buy some, that I get the ones that have no salt. Or I can just get the ones that are already shelled, like the ones at Aldi or Trader Joe's. But they say that these are good. You hear me smacking on them? Pepitas, pumpkin seeds, good for hot flashes. Let me show you this video.
I hope that people understand that when you're taking any type of supplement, that the results can vary from person to person. For some people, it may take a week. Some people, it may take 2 weeks. Some people, it may take 4 weeks. We're all different. And for some people, it may not work at all. I saw results with this within about a week. The problem that I had, every time I would sneeze, I would pee. And I was getting up in the middle of the night 3 and 4 times going to the bathroom. This is pumpkin seed oil with saw palmetto in it by Micro Ingredients. This is a natural DHT blocker for thinning hair. It's used for hot flashes, night sweats, weak bladder, thinning hair. The list goes on, guys.
So I just wanted to add that video in there. She has a few where she is endorsing pumpkin seed oil, but I did some research myself and I did see that pumpkin seeds do have some good benefits when it comes to hot flashes. So I just wanted to add that in here. And then you could take a look and find some additional research yourself if you look that up. So it's not only the pumpkin seeds, it's the pumpkin itself. It's also the pumpkin seed oil. Again, all this information that I'm sharing is just to share and to be informative. And then you can do your own research about it. What's going to work for you. Consult with your doctor. See if these are things that you should do. Everybody's results will vary because everybody is an individual. Your body responds differently towards different things. So if you want to try it out, try it out. That's just her suggestion. Again, do your research and figure it out on your own. If it's something that you want to do, talk to your physician and then go from there. Again, these are just suggestions. I don't want no problems. Now, I hope these videos helped. I hope you found them relatable, useful. And again, make sure you do your own research. But I just wanted to talk about the symptoms. I also wanted to talk about some natural remedies along with the HRT. So women of all ages experience some type of perimenopause or menopause at some point in their life. So this is for everybody. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you had some aha moments, found some valuable information in what I was sharing today. Again, I appreciate you always for being here. If you haven't watched part 1, go back to part 1. It'll be linked down in the description. And Subscribe if you like, but you know I would like it. So just go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. You are so much appreciated. Take care. My feet started to hurt very, very bad. I went to a podiatrist and they gave me, what they call them shots? Cortisone shots? Something like that. Oh no, I didn't put myself on Do Not Disturb. Here we go again. Hold on. There was something else I wanted to share here about symptoms. Give me 1 second. Oh, I keep slapping my... His wife also posted, can I get right? Can I get this right? What the hell? Ooh. Take a look at blah blah. Let's take a look at some of those symptoms. Can I get right? And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Take care. Subscribe if you like, but you know I would like it. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.